yeah, we train to get him out.
Is that has that mentality been discussed with you and Andre that, hey, I'm gonna have to take some of this guy's punches to really put it on him?
We understand that. But what we want to do is make sure he doesn't get the flush punch. You know, he might graze you, the glancing punch. It might be a rush punch. You know, a punch to get off of me, or as opposed to being planted and zeroing in and boom, getting that shot. And I'm not saying that even that kind of punch can't do it. It depends on if he loses sight of the punch, or the elements are right. Even that punch can do it. But we feel like it works both ways.
Was he hurt when he got knocked down?
No. Contrary to what everybody said. He said he definitely felt the blow. It was sharp. But if people want to be honest about the fight, about the knockdown, when he got up, it was 28 seconds left, wasn't it? I think it was 28 seconds left. He never landed another punch. So if he was hurt, how could he make you miss? He had the eyes and the reactions to where he never landed another punch. All you gotta do is watch it after the knockdown.
No.
He never landed another punch.
Mr.
He
Hunter.
landed a couple of grazing ones.
John David just laughed when we asked about Andre's power, and but you guys think in the second half of the fight, Andre was touching him pretty good and hurting him, and Kovalev was feeling the shots. Is that right?
Well, the fighters know. Coach Jackson, you know, he puts it the way he wants to put it. I mean, I'm a realist. I'm not hoping it turns out this way, hoping that you can't crack, but the bottom line and the facts are that we faced many big punchers. Miranda, when he was Miranda, Abraham Froch. And for somebody who can't hit, they sure didn't want to take a chance and keep coming in there. Because when he hits you sharp and he hits you accurate. And those punches hurt. You know, he hit you hard, he hit you accurate, at a high connect rate. He was second in the world behind Mayweather in connect percentage, and not that far off. I think maybe about 1 point, 1.2 or something like that. So when you got punches constantly hitting you in different places, you're gonna think twice. And he's very physically strong. So, but he does hit very hard to the body. I'll match his body punching.
Mr. Hunter, now while you were in training for this particular fight, did Andre ask you anything? What should he do differently?
No. Once his knee was sound, and we knew that wasn't going to be a problem anymore, all it did is take us back to where he was before he had the knee issue. The legs in the Kessler fight, the Dawson fight, and things like that. Andre's taking great care of himself. He doesn't party, he doesn't drink, smoke, and he doesn't have any wear and tear on him from boxing. The year and a half did him good, and you know, also this will be our fourth fight. You know, to face a Sergey Kovalev with only 2 fights coming back, that's a big task. You know, ideally you would like 4 or 5 fights where you know he can get into that groove. But because the knee sort of had to make adjustments where he fought more from the waist up, he was more stationary. His in and out wasn't, because it sort of gives you, when he had his legs were spread a little wider in order to compensate for that feeling. So we just did what we had to do. And that just goes to prove that how versatile he is.
But as his trainer though, when you observed the fight, did you suggest anything to him? Maybe slide, you know, do something a little different?
In the second fight?
For this fight?
No, because once the knee was sound, like I said, all the things he can do, switching to southpaw and all these things, it was apparent in camp. So it's no need at that point. I mean, at this stage, people say strategy, but at this stage with a fighter like Andre, that can adapt and fill you out, I think you would really put a little too much on the table to have an initial strategy, but we do have backup, you know, plans. If he gets knocked down again, you know, we have to go back to where we went to the first fight, take 1 round at a time, and you know, come back.
Thank you very much. I consider you one of the best trainers in the business today.
Well, I humbly accept that. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, Virgil, you said which knee was it?
I won't tell what knee it is because if I found out a fighter had a bum knee and was in a fight like that, I might tell my fighter to knee. So I'm not gonna, I mean, it's fighting, right? I'm not gonna.
Did you say that he didn't run at all during camp?
No, we tried, but it wouldn't work, you know. So we just did other measures. I mean, we were able to do some cardio, don't get me wrong, but running is just a little different because you can simulate what you do in the ring. It just doesn't run straight ahead, backwards, laterals, skips, hops, you know, those types of things. So just wasn't able to do that. So it does compromise your legs when you're used to doing things a certain way. His legs are very important.
Hey Virgil, Sergey Kovalev, he made a couple different excuses for his performance. Did Andre Ward ever come to you and make any excuses for his performance?
No. Look, it was a tough fight. It was a great fight in my opinion. When the fight is over, it's no. I mean, you have apparent excuses like Kell Brook. I mean, it's obvious to the world that he was under distress because of his eye, or Hay with Achilles and things like that. Those things are quite obvious. But if you came to the fight and you participated in the fight, I really personally don't think you have any excuses. And when I say about his knee, I'm not making an excuse. I'm just saying that, you know, we'll have a different fighter. That doesn't guarantee victory or anything. We'll just have a different fighter.
Virgil, will Andre have to be on the inside to get his best work done? And is the outside treacherous waters with Kovalev? Is that not where you want to be?
Well, we'll see because his legs are sound.
Right.
Okay. And all I did was take him back to the Olympics with the four-time world champion that he beat, Evgeny Makarenko from Russia, and the strategy that we had to beat him. But of course, he had his legs. So in this fight, we knew he was going to be stationary. So when you're fighting in a way that, you know, over a 6-month period that you haven't really fought much in, you know, and he has a great style from that system, the Soviet style. If you haven't faced him in the amateurs, anything like that, it could be quite complicated for you, particular one who boxes. So I don't see that being as obvious this time, but if you really look at it, if you look at the stats, we out-jab him, percentage-wise, and if you look at the power punches, we also won the percentage on that, since people love to go to the copy box